Hi Taurus, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. Let's begin. Hope you're doing well. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what do we have for Taurus's past energy to begin with? All right, I've already shuffled them. Past. Birds. 12 is a 3 and it's a 7 of Pentacles. All right, so communication. Yep, that's about communication. Now the present day energy. The Anchor card, that was just, that's 8, that's 9 of Swords. Okay, I just had that in the reading I just did for Aries, yes. Near future, map, it's another 3. Communication, I think they've got 3 3s. Well, that's 8, but it's got a 3 in it. That's what I'm saying. Okay, put that deck down. Now, so we got in the past, near or far, communication, negotiation, chatty, debating, discussing, flighty, nervous, ADHD, making contact, noisy, text or call someone. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, like looking at the back, looking at the past, seeing what you have grown from the seeds that you sowed. Right? The seeds that you sowed with somebody. All right, Taurus, we've got for the present energy, we have 8, which is about abundance. 9 of Swords is about concern, stress, losing sleep at night. Anchor, we have stability, enduring, solid, steady, restraining, securing, persevering, willpower, long-lasting, persisting, advantageous, and fortitude. Near future, which is about communication again. Map, exploration, find your way, locate, unknown destination, new territory, lay of the land, plan, prepare, chart a course, read the signs, figure it out, directions, and new perspective. Okay. Perspective. Okay. Oh, Archangel Michael, how about the Lenormand, please? Past energy. The moon. The moon. The moon. The moon. Card number 32, which is 5, it's change. Change. Card 11, the whip, master number, or 2. Oh, and the Jack of, okay. Yeah, we got the 8 of Cups here, so walking away from something that was not clear, that was hidden, possibly. And we have the Knight of Wands energy here. And she looks like she'd be in the Knight of Wands energy, doesn't she? Yep. And then, near future, we have the dog. Isn't that lovely? It's the 10 of Cups energy, and it's 18, which is 9. Ending. Okay. So, we have communication with someone that you have sown some seeds with, that you're walking away from because they have made you feel fearful of feeling secure in a relationship or safe, whatever, or that they have secrets that they're holding secrets that makes you upset, to say the least. They won't tell the truth. Maybe they lie and they're not telling you the truth, and they're not telling you the truth, but they won't tell you the truth. So you're deciding to walk away from this investment with the 8 of Cups. Then we have the 8 and the 9 of Swords. So you thought you had it. You thought you had the stable and the security and the stability in this relationship, that you felt like you could trust this person and that it was going to go the long haul. But, they fell short of grabbing the bottom of the ocean. The anchor, the chain was dropped, it's been seeking the bottom of the ocean, but it's a little too short, so it fell short. So this person fell short, and they fell short possibly because they've been keeping secrets from you. And you found out that there's something that there's well, it makes you nervous because you feel as though there's they're not as they seem. There's something behind the mask that you just weren't seeing, that you're starting to get nervous and thinking there's something back there that you need to see, or that you found out already. So you're cracking the whip, and you're going to and it seems to me that with this whip card, it seems to me this person has been farting around on you, to say the least. Farting around. So you're going to be finding some, you're going to be navigating a new course for yourself with the map energy. Yeah. Navigating a new course for yourself with somebody who wants to be your ally, your best friend. 10 of Cups. So you're putting an end to one to be befriended with, at least a friend. It could even be a family member that is a close family member, like a cousin or a sibling or something like that, right? That you're going to go along with, or they're coming along with you to help you navigate yourself into a new beginning. Away from, you know, cracking the whip on this person who likes to crack the whip on other people, like your gender, but in a an adulterous way. So judgment, we have judgment. There is only one thing we can do: return the lion, and that is to go to the land of the Winkies. Seek out the wicked witch and destroy her. So self-evaluation. Destroy her. Seek out the so seek out the lies and destroy them. Seek out the secrets and destroy them. Like, bring them to light, right? Let's get some clarification. You're making that judgment, final decision, answering the call. 4 of Cups. Lamenting, you know, feeling like love's let you down, and you're disappointed, greatly disappointed, not to mention dissatisfied. If this person, from this card, I would have to say they've been farting around on you. Farting around on you, Taurus. Having little nookies with other people behind your back. And you started to get a sense of that, or somebody, you know, brought it to light for you. And it could have been this person here, the dog. All right, let's find out, Taurus, shall we? 10 of Cups, which is that 10 of Cups right there with the dog in the corner. See the 10 of Cups? Back there, right there. Wait a minute, right there. Okay. Oops. All right. 10 of Cups. Yeah, so it should have been a happily ever after 10 of Cups situation with you. Family life. Maybe you're married to this person, Taurus, and you might have kids with them, but you may not. But you're committed, you've been committed to somebody. 7 of Pentacles, right? It's like you have sown some seeds with this person, maybe in more than one way, but sown some seeds, so you have been growing a life with this person. King of Cups. Now, King of Cups, is that you or them? King of Cups. It might be the type of person who gives his cups to other, but could also be, because the King of Cups doesn't speak their deep feelings. They don't speak it. They do it. They show you. But they may have deep feelings for someone else. Let's keep going. I'm going to bring these up a bit so you can see this bottom card. All right, let's keep going. Seven of Wands. Boy, this card comes out a whole lot, I'll tell you, in my readings. But you know, it's about putting up some healthy boundaries. Like this alligator, I think it's an alligator, looks like an alligator. It's not pointy enough to be a crocodile. This alligator is defending its territory. You see the deer back here? It's his hunting ground. It's his food source from these other ones that want to come ashore and take part in his food source as well. But he's defending it with that wand, and they all got wands on their backs too. Yeah, so you need to defend, but by putting up some healthy boundaries, you're saying, get lost, this is mine. This is mine. It never was yours. And if we had to go to court over it, court would see that this particular piece of land where his food source lives, grazes off, then they would say, the court would say, yes, this alligator has been here long before any of the rest of you. So I rule in the alligator's favor. You guys this land is off limits to you. Okay, that's you putting up some healthy boundaries in the sense of saying, like, I am not going to, because, wait a minute, this card goes here, pardon me. This card goes here. I am not going to be, you know, waving around in the water, seeking for some security and stability that's just never there, because you are doing this behind my back, you know? The promiscuous Knight of Wands. You're doing this behind my back. And I say no. I'm saying no. No more. No longer. This is how it's going to be from now on. And so you put up your boundaries. Healthy boundaries that protect you, but are like, they're not unfair. To the point where this person is going to be suffering in some way. The only way they'll be suffering is that if they really wanted to stay with you because they love and care for you, let's just say, right? That you're going to say, no, I don't want to have you anymore. And though they'll suffer because they're not going to be able to have you in their life anymore. But eventually people move on. Well, we hope so, right? So it's not like they don't need to suffer. You've suffered enough for the two of you. They don't need to suffer by you saying, no, I'm not doing anything more with you. I'm done with you. You've been fooling around with me, fooling around with others behind my back for far too long, or at least recently. I've been feeling very confused because I've been hearing one thing from you, but seeing another, or hearing one thing from somebody else. Okay. Six of Pentacles. This has got to be equal give and take. I give you my love and trust, and my faithfulness, right? You know, you're going to stay true to your partner, your romantic partner. You're not going to be off gallivanting and night of wanting with others like they have been. This is like Taurus, you could be a man, and this is your girl, your woman is doing this, or vice versa. So equal give and take. There's got to be some equal give and take. So you're going to be dividing up the assets, because it's not going to be able to be that way with this person. So it's more like, I'm leaving this, and I'm going to take what belongs to me, you take what belongs to you. We're out of each other's life. The Empress. Whew. Okay, so that goes with the map, right? So now you're feeling as though you've got your life back under your control again. This is now the near future. You got your life back under your control again. You may still be this person's wife, but you are dividing up that. You are putting an end to it. And if some of you may still be the wife that's going to, or the spouse, and it could be wife that you're a man, right? So you're going to be making headway with finding your independence and having your own empire, basically, you know, gaining your own independence from something that is no longer for you. You've made that decision to do that. So you're going to, this Four of Cups, there's a cup though that is still for you, that's incoming, that you don't see it, but you may not be totally interested in that just yet, but maybe you are, depending on who this dog is to you. But in any case, you're finding your way, you're navigating your way forward by, you know, with the Eight of Cups here, you're walking away from adversity, from a cheating spouse. And this is for the dog, the Seven of Pentacles. There we go, the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. It's like with your dog, whoever this person, this loyal companion is to you, friend, maybe a romantic person, they're going to help you navigate your way forward by looking towards the past and saying, look, all that you have done, you've done a lot. You achieved a lot anyways, even though it turned out bad. You now know what you like because you found out what you don't like. That's the good thing. In other words, you now know what to look for, like the red flags, okay, because of the lies and the secrets and stuff like that. And other people telling you about things that maybe you weren't wanting to, you know, believe. And of course, whenever you confronted your person about it, they lied about it. So you believe them because, you know, we want to, right? We want to believe it because we've got so much invested in the relationship already. And sometimes we don't know if we'd ever find somebody else again. And do I really want to be on my own? Well, that would be the question. Is it, do I really want to be with somebody who's not really with me? Or do I want to be, or would I be happier on my own even if I didn't find someone else? So you have learned a lot. You've learned from the adversity through the karmic relationship that you have paid off some debt from karma that you had before and while you were with this person possibly, but at least before, that you needed to pay off some debt through this karmic relationship. They've gained a lot of debt now because of what they're doing to you, to the relationship, but you've paid it off. And so now you're able to sow some more seeds in life, whether it's on your own with a loyal companion or in another relationship. You'll be able to sow and grow more seeds. And what you did here, like your what you wanted here with this relationship, what your dreams and aspirations were in this relationship, you'll be able to regain those dreams, have that kind of relationship you want to have, is what this is saying. Moving forward, just keep sowing your seeds of love, of truth and love, right? Because that cup has still got to come in. The fourth cup, you see in the other cards, in the other tarot cards, that the hand that comes through the cloud, it's got a cup for you, and you're usually not looking at it. Or if you some of the decks you are actually looking at it. So you just need to stand in your strength and your courage, and don't let yourself be fooled by snakes, right? Don't let yourself be fooled by them. Make friends with your enemies. In other words, just find strength and courage to move on in your life. The Three of Pentacles, you might end up, this person might be at your work, that you're really close with this person, your best buddies, and you're going to be able to work with them. It could be same gender that you're close friends with at work. It could be like at work, and they're going to collaborate with you in the way that they're going to work closely with you. Not only at work do they already, but they're going to be in your corner with respect to helping you to move on, to progress and advance in your life, even in the face of setbacks, right? Adversity, relationship setbacks, right there. Seven of Swords and the Hierophant. Yes, Seven of Swords and the Hierophant. So Seven of Swords is like, you want to avoid these buggers. right? You want to really avoid these buggers. And this person here, you're going to find your strength and courage to move on from these sneaky buggers that you had attracted back then as a karmic relationship, so that you could move into a relationship that could end up becoming a marriage with Hierophant, with somebody who is, you know, they have integrity. They may even be a professional, but they have integrity. They stand on their laurels. They don't sit back on their laurels. They stand on their laurels, but they are the type of person where you can actually trust them, that when they say something, they don't hold secrets. When they say something, it's the truth. You could trust that. You could take it to the bank. You will be, with your strength and courage, to continue moving forward and working, just focusing your time on your work with people who want to help you succeed in your life. And if it's your work life right now, in the future, past or near future, then that's what it is. But in any case, something good is coming into your life. Someone good is coming into your life. And they're holding the key, which would be like an engagement ring, but a key to your freedom, a key to your own integrity, to be able to live the life you deserve to live in your integrity. So it looks really good here that in the future, past or near future, you're going to be in some situation with someone who is not going to lead you astray like this one did. Okay? They're not going to lead you astray. So Taurus, you're headed to better of the, let's say, higher ground, deeper waters, whatever, or shallower waters, so that when you drop your anchor, it's going to hit the ground, or, you know, the bottom of the ocean, and you're going to feel secure, safe and secure. It looks good. It looks all very, very good. You got somebody in your corner to help you out. It could be a romantic person at work, a co-worker, boss, somebody that you might end up, you know, you're going to be avoiding this. This is Seven of Swords. So you're going to be, what this is saying here, yes, this is a sneaky bugger over here, okay? But you're going to avoid attracting a sneaky bugger, not only another sneaky bugger, because you have been through a karmic relationship. You learned a lot about, remember the Seven of Pentacles, you learned a lot about what you don't want. So you're going to sow seeds of what you do want. You're attracting people who are not a person, a lover, who is not going to pull the wool over your eyes, or at least try to, by being like that. And you're going to, what you're basically doing is that you're catching the lies, you're stealing the lies by already being on top of them. That makes sense to you? Already being on top of them, because you already know. This is kind of like the red flags, is what we're talking about here. You're already in the know about what you had to learn here in this karmic relationship. These karmic relationships are all about learning to find out what it is that you want in life by experiencing what it is that you really didn't want to experience. It's the only way we know what we really want is by having experiences of what we had, experiences of things that we would really say, if I could say no to it, I would have said no to it. Well, you said no to it now. And so now you're going to be, like in the Seven of Swords, it can be an altruistic thing, except that the guy, he runs into the enemy camp, steals their swords, and runs back to his own camp, so that in the morning when they're supposed to be dueling it out, the two camps, or the two warring factors, whatever, they can't fight, because they're, you know, back in the day, they wouldn't fight army that didn't have any weapons. They just wouldn't do that. It has to be a fair fight. So if they steal the swords, then that way everybody's in the know on their camp, and then their camp says, well, we realize you don't have any weapons, so we're not going to fight you today, kind of thing, right? So the war doesn't take place. Lives don't get spent on the war field. So these are like red flags to you. You're already aware of these red flags. So you know how to avoid what you experienced here already. And that means you've grown. You've grown, you become a much more open and healthfully vulnerable person in love. Your magnet, your heart, becomes more expanded as a result of learning from adversity. Having healthy boundaries right here shows you've grown. Healthy boundaries and knowing the healthy boundaries and knowing the red flags, knowing how to avoid putting yourself in that situation where you will attract somebody who will threaten your healthy boundaries, who will threaten, who will fight your healthy boundaries, or disregard them, or disrespect them. Okay, so you're moving forward in very good energy, much better energy than you were here, because you had to pay off some karmic debt. You did it, and hallelujah, thank you for that, right? Even though this was miserable and painful, you can at least move forward now, knowing that there's love that's coming in, that you're deserving of, the type of love that you're deserving of now, because you've grown with these cards here. Not to mention the Empress energy. Okay, guys, so Taurus, I hope that was helpful to you. Take care of yourself. Please like and subscribe, and take care of yourself. I said that already, so bye-bye.